everybody. We're back. Quite a show this evening. My first guest is an Academy Award-nominated actress who's appeared in numerous films, including Once Upon a Time in Mexico and Frida. Well, beginning Friday, you can see her in After the Sunset. Please welcome Salma Hayek. For a living, I sit next to beautiful women. That's what happens here all the time on the show, but you are in a league of your own. You are just the most fantastic. I would say that. It's a good job you have. It's a good, yeah, I have an amazing job. I love this job. It's better than that Kinko's job I had for a while.
I have a pretty good job, too.
Oh, yeah, you do have a good job. You have a very good job.
Yes, I get to work with beautiful, amazing, lovely men, too.
Yes, yes. Well, I know, thank you. And, oh, you meant in the movies. Yes, of course.
No, you too.
Thank you. Yeah, me too.
Can I hear that noise again?
Oh, yeah, sure, anytime.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's impressive. Oh, my God. Oh, please stop. Oh, my God.
You're a great actress. Well, let's talk about, you talk about these amazing men that you get to work with. In this movie, you are working with Mr. Pierce Brosnan, who many women say is one of their all-time favorite good-looking guys. How did you feel about Pierce Brosnan?
Oh, I'm a big fan. I think he's an amazing actor, but I do have to confess, I had a crush on him when I was living in Mexico and he was doing Remington Steele. So it was sort of bizarre to be able to, so many years later, I didn't even know I was going to be an actress.
Right. Isn't that weird when there's someone who's famous to you when you're younger, and then you meet them later on, they're in this whole new category. Like, it's a special category. Do you know what I mean? When I was a kid watching TV and I would see, like, the Andy Griffith show, and then later on we had him on the show, I was like, oh, my God, it's Andy Griffith. And we have big stars here all the time, but it's knowing them when you're younger.
Yes, it's very strange. I was having a flashback from when I used to watch it, and I was in Mexico and didn't know I was going to be an actress, and all of a sudden I'm kissing him on the beach. So that was very interesting.
I would think, was he, when you saw him in Mexico, was it dubbed? Was it a dubbed Remington Steele?
Yes.
So he was like, hola, ¿cómo estás?
Exactly.
Yo soy Remington Steele. Vámonos.
The Irish accent is much better.
You like the Irish accent?
I do.
Yeah,
I
very.
do.
And you like the Irish men? You enjoy them? You find them attractive?
I do. I find them very feisty.
Yeah, we're feisty. Well, that sounds like we're leprechauns.
I find them funny and passionate.
Yes, all those things are true. Well, I'm not passionate, but repressed. But we'll get to that later. Now, you pulled a prank on Pierce Brosnan.
Yes,
on the set, and you were nice enough to, because it was on the set, you filmed this prank.
Yes, we were all in it except for him, of course.
Right, he didn't know.
Yes, I have to say something about this movie. Our director is insane, like certifiable, but he's the most adorable creature that you could...
Yes.
The most adorable creature you could ever meet, and he's very, very talented. So we decided to pull a joke on him. He was laying on his side on the bed.
This is Pierce Brosnan, yeah.
And he's making a phone call, and I'm hiding behind him. And then he turns around when he hangs up and kisses me.
Right.
But his back is to me. So we did it a couple of times. And then Brett and I decided to switch in the middle of his phone call.
Okay, and we actually have this, which is nice.
You have to show this.
All right, let's take a look at this this clip. During the shooting of After the Sunset.
And now I've told you, so now I can't.
That was a really good one. And also, we don't have time to show it all, but for like the next, it takes him like 5-10 minutes to get it together.
You would have been beeping and beeping for a long time.
He's walking around, I mean...
He's walking around ready to faint.
Yeah.
We had so much fun in this film.
And now he's dating that man. I understand they hooked up.
And you know what? It actually translates in the film. When you watch the film, it's a lot of fun, the film. And I think it's because we just were a very good group of people.
Yeah, you can tell you're all having a good time, which is
and we're in the Bahamas.
You're in the Bahamas.
Know?
Tell me about that. Did you have a good time there? Did you party at all when you were in the Bahamas?
Oh, yes. I had a blast. I went there with my 2 dogs, and I was staying in this great hotel, the Ocean Club, and we were like a family, you know, and I used to scuba dive every time I had time off because that's my hobby. So for me, it was paradise, really, because every day off or every 2 hours off, I'd go scuba diving.
Wow. You have to be careful. It's a dangerous sport.
Yes, actually, I had a little bit of a problem because one day I had a late call, like at 1 o'clock, and the night before, Woody had a party at his house.
Woody Harrelson's in the movie,
Woody Harrelson's in the movie. And I stayed a little bit too late at that party and probably drank a little bit too much. And I had gotten a boat for the next day to go diving with my friend Mia Maestro.
Right.
And so I woke up like at 5 to go to the boat so that I could do a couple of dives before I went to my call. And I probably went a little bit too deep.
Yeah.
You can get the bends when you dive.
Yeah, it's just very dangerous.
You die.
Yeah.
And the symptoms could be very wide. You know, it could be, if you're dizzy, that could be it. And if they don't get you to a decompression chamber fast enough,
they have to do it almost immediately. They got to get you right in there.
Yes. So without telling me, they got an ambulance, and I am talking, and all of a sudden they go, okay, get her in there. And before I knew it, you know, they had oxygen. I'm like, no, I'm fine, I'm fine. They take me to a decompression chamber, which was the size of this.
Right, right.
And in there, once you are in, you can not come out.
Sure.
For 5 hours, I was in there. And they have someone watching over you, because some people go crazy because you can't read, you can't do anything in there.
Right.
And you cannot go to sleep.
Right.
And there is this Bohemian guy who looks really pissed off about his job.
Are you saying Bahamian or Bohemian?
Bohemian, from the Bahamas.
Oh, from the Bahamas. I thought he was like a beatnik with bongos. I was confused. I was like, hey, Daddy-O, you know. Woo, you know. Okay, Bahamian, all right, yeah.
Yes, I wish. So I am locked in this place with this guy.
Right.
Who hates his job.
Right, right.
And I start, like, going to sleep, and he would hit me. Hey, wake up.
Right.
And I'm like, hey, you know, don't relax. He goes, no, wake up, wake up. You can't go to sleep. And I go, okay, can they bring me a book in here? No, we cannot open that door ever again. You know, you have to. And I'm like, oh.
You're like, can I get a drink?
Can I get a drink, something? No. And like, okay, okay. And he said, you can watch a movie. And the selection was really bad, but I picked the best I could. And I said, where is the television? And there's no television. It was projected in this circular wall full of, like, things, and you couldn't see anything, and the sound was terrible. And I said, no, tell them to take it off. He goes, no way. I go, it's too noisy, I can't take it. He goes, yeah, but I need some entertainment. You're boring, he says to me.
Who is this guy? He's locked in a chamber with Salma Hayek. And he's like, well, what the hell? What kind of job is this? This guy needs an ass whooping, and now.
And he says, what am I going to do for entertainment? You know, this job is terrible. I have to sit there over and over. And I said, okay, watch the movie. And I was fine with that.
Right.
And I was fine with him and being patient until he starts farting. There's no windows.
You're in a decompression chamber and he does that?
Yes.
That's terrible.
I am never drinking before diving ever again in my life.
Well, I'm glad you learned a good lesson.
And I didn't have the bends, but they had to do it for me.
You know what? They took a precaution, and I think that's the best way to go.
Yes.
They put there in there with you. That was a mistake. But we have a clip here from After the Sunset, and we're pretty much out of time, but we want to make sure we get to this. And what can you tell us about this clip? I know that you and Pierce work together in this movie, and you're interested in robbing.
Yeah, we are jewelry robbers, and we are retired, and we live in paradise, and we think life is great. And one day, this agent from the FBI, which is Woody Harrelson, shows up, and the clip you're gonna see is I'm coming from my tennis lessons, and he doesn't let me go into the house.
Right.
Because
he knows that Woody's around.
Microphones in there.
Okay, let's look at this clip from After the Sunset. You guys clearly had a lot of fun during this film.
It's a great film. I really liked it.
After the Sunset opens on Friday. Salma Hayek, always great to have you here. Thank you so much. Salma Hayek, Adam Brody from the Jesse coming up.